But let's come through and now create our first one. And well, let's say that I wanted to do a payroll. Now, this is not a marketing system, but nonetheless, I'm gonna get everyone paid, get my team paid, and what would I do to do that? Well, I'm gonna review the timesheets and calculate pay, and then I'm going to want to produce time slips, or produce time or pay slips, and then I'm going to want to actually transfer the funds. Transfer funds. So this might be on a weekly basis, and essentially in order to actually move this, I do need to add this. And if you don't have to give it a task, but you can just say I'm now working on reviewing the timesheets, and I might actually have my timesheets folder. And at this point, I can add a link to that here. I'm not going to do it because I don't have one. I can also make some notes or use a template here. Let's say that I have now actually want to have my pay slips, create pay slips, and I'm working on those, and I've calculated my time, my payments, and team paid. Okay, so I'm going to go through, review the timesheets, calculate the pay. I've completed that. Great. I'm producing the pay slips. Okay, we're going to go ahead and work on that and get that done. Okay, now I've done my pay slips, and in fact, calculated payments needs to come first. Oop, got a little bug in there. We'll get that fixed up. And then calculated payments is now done. And then finally transferring my funds. We're going to go ahead. We could have a opening here to the bank. I'm going to say that that is done, and this is done. Now I can go ahead and fill in, who's responsible for this and when it's due by. But this is now a completed board, and I can move it over here to my archive, and it will no longer appear in my active. Now, this is a very powerful thing to do, but what I want you to realize at this point, now we've gone from a blank to a timesheet pay, and let's say that I want to actually move that to my library so it's available for next time. I can save it in here as payroll, and save that. And here it is. It's going to go ahead and copy all of those things here, that if I come in and edit it, I can actually move this out of payroll, out of marketing, and then let's say that it is scheduled weekly, and you can see that it has gone ahead and copied all of those things that we had in there. And I could make some more, export to folder before it's ready. But I've still got my pay slips, my calculated payments, and my team paid down here. And let's say that I'm pretty happy with this. Well, actually I'm not. I'm going to draft it. It's now sitting in my draft. And now I'm going to move it across to my library. Come across to library. And here it is available now in my library to run. And if I run that, let's say it's due by the end of the week, going to find now that I can actually access all of those improvements in the payroll straight off the bat. All of the improvements are done. And let's say that I then went ahead and made some more improvements. Let's say it was a small improvement. And I'm like, gee, I don't want to go through that whole thing. I could just copy this, head back to my library, and update my template here, and that would then appear for next time as well.